A mix of social media, politics, censorship coming to light after a confession from Meta CEO Jeff Zuckerberg. He admits bowing to pressure from the Biden administration to censor content related to the COVID pandemic. In a letter to House lawmakers, Zuckerberg also addressed the handling of the Hunter Biden laptop story. CBN's Jenna Browder reports.
In his bombshell admission to the House Judiciary Committee, Mark Zuckerberg adds that he regrets caving to the demands of the Biden White House to censor COVID-19 content on Facebook and Instagram. The Meta CEO writing, "I believe the government pressure was wrong, and I regret that we were not more outspoken." Adding, "I feel strongly we should not compromise our content standards, and we're ready to push back if something like this happens again."
It's definitely concerning when you have a presidential administration trying to influence content moderation policies.
Derek Green, chairman of Cedarville University's Communication Department.
What it does is really bring to light that there's a lot of pressure on how social media presents its content, what they allow to be present on their platforms, and that pressure is coming from all different types of people. And in this case, it's coming from the highest levels of the government.
On Capitol Hill, members of the House Judiciary Committee celebrated the letter, with Chairman Jim Jordan calling it a big win for free speech. The letter also referenced the Hunter Biden laptop story. Zuckerberg writing the company shouldn't have demoted content about the corruption allegations ahead of the 2020 election, adding that Facebook has since changed its policies and processes to make sure it doesn't happen again. The White House responding, "Our position has been clear. We believe tech companies should take into account the effects their actions have on the American people while making independent choices."
So you had Twitter, and now Facebook admits that they also suppressed the story under pressure from the government. But the problem here is that the anti-free speech movement today is being pushed in large part by the media. And they're just not reporting as much as they should on these stories because they were part of it.
Legal scholar Jonathan Turley writes about these issues in his new book, The Indispensable Right, Free Speech in an Age of Rage. One growing controversy is disinformation, which Turley addressed in an interview with CBN's Gary Lane.
Well, disinformation is very much part of the effort to censor, and it's ramping up as we speak. You know, the interesting about the book is it talks about how the Adams administration engaged in, as you know, the actual arrests and prosecution of opponents of John Adams. The book also says that Joe Biden is arguably the most anti-free speech president since John Adams.
And he fears it could continue under a Harris administration.
Free speech is on the ballot. I don't think democracy is, but free speech is.
And Turley also pointed out Zuckerberg fought relentlessly to withhold documents on censorship. The letter came only after the House Judiciary Committee forced him to release those documents. Jenna Browder, CBN News.
Again, this all coming to light from Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg. Gordon?